Hey everybody, so we have a couple big pieces of NHL news today, and unfortunately both of them are very, very sad. First, this morning we learned that winger Alex Steen for the St. Louis Blues is retiring from the NHL because of a back injury and unfortunately is no longer able to play. And then just a little while later we got some shocking news from new Washington Capitals goaltender Henrik Lundqvist that he will not be playing the 2021 season because of a heart condition that doctors have found. And he's gone through a lot of different testing, and they determined that it was best if he doesn't play this season. So two extremely, extremely good players and great people in the hockey world who now, unfortunately, will not be playing this season. Steen's career, unfortunately, is over. And Lundqvist, we don't know for sure yet. But at his age, and with the fact that this is a heart condition, it definitely seems like a possibility that we may have seen the last of Henrik Lundqvist in the NHL. And if both of these guys never play again, it would be two great careers, unfortunately, cut prematurely short. First, you look at Alex Steen, 2019 Cup winner with the Blues, over 1,000 career games played between Toronto and St. Louis. A really great guy in the locker room, a leader, someone you can play up and down your lineup, and he really just did whatever the team needed him to do to win. And that's certainly going to be a loss for St. Louis. Obviously, he wasn't putting up the offensive numbers later in his career that he did when he was younger, but still, that's such a veteran presence and such a leadership, presence lost in that locker room, and that is certainly not great for St. Louis. And we knew that he was having injury issues, and we knew that he probably wasn't going to be able to play this coming season. But now, it's not just that he can't play this coming season. He is done at the NHL level. So that, unfortunately, is very, very sad news for Alex Steen and the St. Louis Blues. And, he had a heck of a career, and it just unfortunately got cut a couple years too short because of this back problem. And, I'm certainly wishing him the best in the future. And hopefully, if he wants to stay in the game, he's definitely the kind of guy that would go into coaching or get involved in a management type role or something like that. I certainly think he's the kind of guy that a team would want to be a part of their organization if that's what he wants to do. Some guys aren't really interested in that, and they want to go out and pursue other things. I don't know personally what his plan is, but I certainly think that the Blues or another team would want him around, and if that's something that he wants to do. And the Henrik Lundqvist news, just unbelievably shocking. I mean, this is a guy who is getting ready for this season, a guy who just signed with the Washington Capitals to be a mentor to Ilya Samsonov and go along, and help grow a young goaltender like that in Washington. One of the greatest goalies in NHL history, an absolute legend, and then it all just comes out like that with one statement put out on social media, and all of a sudden he can't play. And, at his age, I don't know if he's going to be able to come back in the future. He did not officially say he's done for good. All he said was that he was done for this coming season. If there's some sort of surgery or other remedy that they can come up with for his heart issue, he's certainly left the door open to possibly coming back in the future. But at his age and with the fact that it's a heart thing, I don't know what's going to happen, but it certainly does seem possible that he just ends up being forced to retire. And again, that would be another career cut short because of a health problem or an injury. And it's really sad to see. Henrik Lundqvist didn't deserve to go out that way, and neither did Alex Steen. These are both guys that are now not able to end their careers potentially the way that they wanted to, and go out on their own terms. And they're kind of being forced out of playing hockey. And with a sport as physical and as tough and as demanding as hockey is, I mean, this certainly isn't the first time that's happened, and where players' careers have been cut short. That it happens all the time. But it's still sad every time, because especially it's sad for absolutely anybody, but especially when you're talking about guys who have spent so many years in the league and put so much into being great players, and to just have it pulled out from under you like that at the end is just heartbreaking. And certainly hope to see that Lundqvist back on the ice again, but I really don't think the chances of that are super high, just because he's so late in his career, and because it's a heart issue. Those are generally something that you don't want to play around with, and it might be safest at this point for him just to hang it up and say, okay, that's it. But that decision has not been made yet. But what we do know is that Lundqvist will not be playing for the Capitals this season. And that's obviously very, very tough news for Washington, tough news for Lundqvist, and tough news for the NHL in general, because he is an all-time great, an absolute legend, and certainly a first-ballot Hall of Fame goaltender. So anytime a player like that is forced to sit out and not play, it's very, very tough news. And Alex Steen as well had a tremendous career. Was such a great guy who just did whatever the team needed him to do and really led the way for the Blues, and was a great guy in that locker room. So, yeah, it's been tough news today. I honestly, I hope there's no more NHL news today, because everything that's come out today has not been good. So, hopefully there's no more big news and that this is it, and then we can start fresh tomorrow with maybe some good news on the return to play front or something like that. But everything that's been coming out today, just two big stories that are very sad to see. So that's the news of the day. That's pretty much what I got for this video, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the description. If you'd like to further support the channel, our Patreon donation link and merch store are down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.